In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Webflow logic. If you want to make your Webflow site feel more dynamic and personalized, Webflow logic and conditional visibility can help you control what appears based on specific conditions. In this walkthrough, I'll show you the basic process for applying logic to elements directly inside the Webflow designer so you can start creating smarter layouts and more tailored user experiences. To begin, go to Webflow and open your project in the Webflow designer. Make sure you're inside the correct project before moving forward, since all of your logic settings will be tied to the elements in that specific design. Once the project is open, navigate to the page or section where you want to apply conditional behavior. Next, select an element on your canvas. This is the item you want to control with logic. For example, it could be a block of text, an image, a button, or another visual component. Choosing the correct element is important because the logic you apply will affect only the selected item. If you're working with a more complex layout, it can help to double check that you've selected the exact element you want rather than its parent container. After that, open the settings panel on the right side or the style panel, depending on where the option appears in your current setup. This is where Webflow gives you access to additional controls for the selected element. If you don't immediately see the option you need, take a moment to confirm that the element type supports conditional logic and that the right panel is active. Once you're in the correct panel, click on the conditional visibility or conditional logic icon. This is the feature that allows you to define when an element should appear or behave differently. In other words, instead of showing the same content to everyone in every situation, you can start adding rules that determine visibility based on your chosen conditions. Now set your logic rules. This is where you decide how the element should respond. Carefully choose the conditions that match your intended outcome and review them before finishing. The clearer your rule setup is, the easier it will be to manage later, especially if your project grows or includes multiple logic-based elements. As a final tip, test your setup after applying the rules so you can confirm the element behaves the way you expect. Even simple conditions can make a big difference in how polished and responsive your site feels, and that's how to use Webflow logic.